So hi, I am Kayla. If this is your first time watching any of my videos, welcome. And if it is not, then welcome to the jungle, baby. So I've been playing around, trying to decide what I want to do for 2026 because there's too many options and I got decision fatigue. So I started in this community in a bullet journal and I was like, you know what? Let's see if I can revisit this situation of maybe going back to a bullet journal, right? So I had this A6 Stalogy and I was like, okay, let me see if I can play with a couple of different layouts to see what I like. So I went back to the beginning. So the way my old bullet journal used to be set up was I had a key, an index, a future log, a 12-month habit tracker, and then I had a monthly. So I had either a calendex on the left-hand side and then like a task, waiting, and pay on the right-hand side of the paper. So I kind of did mock this up how I would potentially want to see it. I would do this. I think I'm going to do this in a B6 if this sticks, right? So here's my key. I've been using this pretty much the same key for a very, very long time. The only difference is this one, and I got this from Evergreen. Like I use this exclamation mark, but I used to use it as priority. But she had hers as God sighting. I was like, oh, that's perfect. Just because of where I am right now. So I just changed that to God sighting versus it being labeled as priority. And the rest of these are kind of what I've been doing. I think our order task is not, I think I also got this from Evergreen. I don't think this was something that I was using before. So here's my task. Here's my key. And then my index. So index would be set up with page numbers, but because I don't have page numbers, and typically I would go in and number all these pages, but I'm just not interested in doing that. So I would index based on date. So I will put the date here. So like if I set this this planner up, I'll put 12/4 and then set up new bullet journal. So I just know to reference 12/4 and that's the topic that'll be there. And then for my future log, I use the Alistair method for my future log. Traditional bullet journaling, you would either write out your calendar and then next to it, you'll have your events or important things you want to remember, like birthdays, anniversaries, those types of things. And there'll be 3 boxes per page. But I like the Alistair method. So I just write the initial for the first day of the month here and then events on this side. And what I typically do is write the date in the column. So like this would be May 24th and the event is at 9 a.m. It's a dental appointment for Mia. And then May 25th at 3 p.m. a dental appointment for Jaden. Or you can do it like this and you can just put a dot in the monthly box. So this would be July. And then over here you can put 14th, 10 a.m. shots. Or here, December, here's your dot, and then 25th, Christmas. So either way works. I probably end up doing it this way, but you could use either one of these options. And then for my habit tracker, you see how I messed these up. So this is what I ultimately end up doing. I'll put the month up top here, and then I'll put the initial for what the habit is that I'm tracking. And then like December is 1, and then whatever the date is, and just label it all the way down till I get to the 28th, since this will be February. And then somewhere at the bottom, I would notate what each one of these mean. So like bowel movement, quality time, workout, and I think there's only one other thing that I track, but these are the things that I consistently track every month. And then I was playing with a different monthly layout. So here would just be a monthly calendar that I would set up here, and then below would be the events, the timed events that I need. So like the 2nd at 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., that's Mia's work schedule. On the 5th, she works 3 p.m. to 12 a.m. On the 8th at 9 a.m., I got a haircut. On the 9th at 10 a.m., Mia works. On the 11th, 9 a.m., groomers, you get the gist. And then over here will be more or less a running task list. So if I have something that is not necessarily, I just need to get it done in this month, it will probably go here. Or if I need to migrate something back, it'll go here. And then if I'm waiting on a package, it'll go here. Whatever bills I have typically due throughout the month will go here. And then identifying any wins that I may have throughout the month can go here. This is one of the monthlies that I use. And then I think I started it with this monthly. This is a traditional bullet journal monthly. So you have the day and then whatever day of the week it is. So the first Monday, second Tuesday, and then you list out whatever event is happening on this day. Sometimes I like this layout and sometimes I don't. It really just depends on how busy the month is, of whether or not I like, if whether or not this works for me. So typically I like to see things in the calendar view, but I just didn't feel like drawing anything out. And I don't want to print any calendars and then stick them on here. Like, I just didn't want to do any of it. So I just did this because this works. So this is what